Hi everybody, it's me, Douglas Waltz, the Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We're going to start off right away with getting through the rest of Endless Winter. There are 3 more installments and I have 2 of them. Justice League Dark, I was going to buy it anyways. This deals with taking something with Swamp Thing and changing him into something else by the end of the comic book. That's fine. It's not your usual Justice League Dark, but to be fair, last bazillion issues of Justice League Dark of them fighting the Upside Down Man and how magic works. And Zatanna's still in it though, so who cares, right? Then, the only reason I would buy a Black Adam special is if it was Endless Winter Part 8. Endless Winter! And so now they're Black Adam, if you don't know, has his own country. And the snow giant fella has fought him before, and there's the evil people that work with him. Multiplex might finally be dead. You know, things like that going on, yeah. So, this is the penultimate episode. At the end we get the Justice League coming to save the day, and Batman in his polar suit. It really just looks like he bought a coat. So, instead of a cape, he got a coat. Coat cape. Coat cape. So one more issue of this, we'll find out what's going on. Alright, so then we got to Wonder Woman versus Liar Liar. Yes, Max Lord's daughter. It's interesting. I mean, I like what they're doing with it, except for, you know, a lot of Max Lord, and apparently somebody must have a thing for Max Lord. So this at the end says the end with a question mark and then next future state. If you're unaware of future state, I think I complained about it earlier. I was not aware that they are going to stop all of the regular DC comics for a few months and do these god-awful future state. Except for in the future, apparently Zatanna's costume is untouched like it should be. So, I don't know if they're bringing Wonder Woman back after that. I think it's funny that they would cancel their book of their movie coming out 2 days before the movie comes out. I said I'd be surprised, but it's DC and they cancel things left and right all of the time. Let's go play in the land of independence and go to Sleeping Beauties. The rules are simple. It's sleeping sickness. You fall asleep, you get wrapped in these webs, and you're asleep. That doesn't sound so bad, unless somebody unwraps you, and then you turn into a violent rage monster that only death will stop. Literally, all that death will stop. A lot of it takes place in this prison where all the prisoners are all hopped up, and the cops are all hopped up on pills, and they're saving the blow for later, apparently. The artwork's neat, though. It's cool, it's trippy, it's weird, it's got killer butterflies in it, and it's just some... But if it's a woman goes to sleep, they get wrapped in webs, and we have... The best part is we have absolutely no idea what's going on. So, it's an interesting comic book. I don't think I've mentioned this before on the show. If I have... It says based on the... Oh, I had no idea it was based on a Stephen King and Owen King novel. So, adapted by Rio Ewers, art by Allison Sampson. And it says Stephen King and Owen King on the front. Apparently I just don't read. And this is issue 4 that I have missed it. So, it's taken me 4 issues to figure out this is a Stephen King story. It explains a little bit. And then we're off to the Planet of Dune. It's still a prequel. It's still good. Lots of anything with a Sandworm on the cover, I'm going to buy it anyways. And we have the Bene Gesserit who've decided that they need to have some Harkonnen blood, and the Baron is not happy about that. This is before he got really fat, though. So he's still not real happy about the whole having to mate with a Bene Gesserit witch, as he calls them. He is not happy to see them. He thinks procreation is disgusting. Not sure where Raban came from, but I'm sure that'll come back to bite us later. But yeah, not interested in them at all. He's like, I have no refreshments, no nothing when they come in. And she's like, I don't care about refreshments. I'm here to bone you. So That's about right for Dune. And yeah, this is a good book if you like prequels to one of the better books ever written. And then we've got the last issue of Doctor Doom, and I'm reading this, and I'm like, whoa, what about last issue when the planet blew up, and what's going on here, and where's he at? And it's, when you get to the end, you figure out what they've done. Oh, and then there's a pretty shred of artwork here by Salvador La Roca. This is a direct response to the infamous Iron Man comic books, where Doom got his face back, and he was a good guy, and he was gonna help the world. These 10 issues have been him going back to being that awful, awful villain that he has always been, and he's not sad about it at all. It's a great comic book. I'm sad that it ended. I'd like to see where it went from there. It says Doctor Doom's story continues in the new issue of Fantastic Four. If Dan Slott's writing it, I'm not reading it, so we'll find out. Pretty skimpy issues this week. We'll get next week. I know we'll get the end of Endless Winter. That's all I know what we're getting next week. I haven't peeked like ever. So go out, go to your comic book store, buy some comic books, read some comic books. Talk to you later.